Good afternoon. It's that time again. Another local business in our community that we're previewing, and this one we've previewed and previewed and previewed. A great business owner, outside the box thinker, Potions in Motion, and we're talking today about micro events, micro catering, micro weddings. So let's find out a little bit more about that. So right now I'm going to throw it out to Debbie Gross, real estate agent at Echo Fine Properties. Debbie, how you doing?
I'm good, Rob. How are you?
Good. It's been a little while,
Good to
but
see you.
we're back together, and we got the master down at the bottom there, Mr. Jason Savino, owner of Potions in Motion. All right, Jason.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
I feel like the band is back together.
Yeah, we took a little hiatus. I actually spent about 11 days in the Midwest with the kids, and was up in Tennessee and North Carolina. Got away for a little while. It was nice.
Good for you.
Back to reality now.
Good for you. You deserve it after all that hard work and all the different things you've done over the past few months. So, Jason, I'm going to let Debbie take it away, but let's get right to it. Tell us what these micro events, micro weddings, micro catering, what's it all about?
So our bread and butter industry is catering, Rob, and we shifted into the dinners and the market site just because the catering business went to zero overnight. So that was kind of like a nice interim Band-Aid to keep people moving and motivated here in the work staff and keep our clients engaged. But we really specialize, what we really do here, and we've done for 16 years, is cater events from 15 to 15,000 people. We've noticed that since the restrictions have been let up slightly out there in the general population, people have been inquiring again about getting mostly private events. We have not seen any corporate events or any business events take place yet. But we've seen a demand for either events that were missed over the past couple of months, and they're trying to have, celebrations, whether it be a 40th birthday, whether it be a graduation, a bar mitzvah, a wedding, an engagement party. And we've noticed that demand is been picking up. What we also noticed was the average head count is about 20 people. So in the past, we would not even take on events that were that small, just because it's a difficult model. Now we've moved into another mode of operating where we're specializing in events that are really between 12 and 25 people, and we consider them micro events, and a lot of them are weddings. A lot of them are we did a bunch of graduations, we did a bunch of birthdays, we got a couple of parties that are tied into 4th of July this weekend. And we're trying to come up with a way, which we think we have mastered already, a way to safely serve the guests in a way that they feel comfortable being around their peers or their family, or maybe older family they haven't seen in a while. We've come up with some really neat stuff that I'll walk you around later and show you what we're doing as far as compartmentalizing food, zero cross-contamination. We've totally changed the way we're serving food and beverage. And that's really what we're banking on is as far as trying to come out with this new marketing initiative.
Well, I noticed, Jason, that you've have a new website, new logo. So with all that, what else then are you doing with Potions?
So basically, the this whole thing happened throughout the month of June. We knew we were going to have this launch, and we wanted to rebrand the company with a new logo. We wanted to brand it with a new mission statement. Basically, we wanted to say to all of our customers, future and customers we've had, we're making every conscious effort we can to evolve as a caterer in this industry. We're doing everything we can on our side, from protection, from getting staff tested, to having temperatures taken, to obviously gloves and masks. But we're also doing an incredible amount of infrastructure changing here, where we're actually changing the way that we serve people, from drinks to food to you name it. Everything has been, revamped. And, I think that's really what people are looking for. If they're looking to have an event, they want to make sure that the caterer or the company they're hiring is on the up and ups with everything that is being done on their at their location.
Right. I went on your new website, which looks great, by the way. And I love the fact that you're showing servers wearing masks because that is the world we live in today. I also thought that was great that you had a category called social distancing in catering. And I think that's really important because, like you just said, people want to know that they'll go someplace and feel safe. So I thought that was great that you have a whole category on that now.
Right. And I'm going to take you guys in the back in a few minutes and kind of show you what some of the things that Justin and I and the team here have been working on. And that's really where our focus has been the past 30 days, is to try and develop different tactics and techniques so that the industry that changed literally overnight, we can execute and give people the confidence that they can come back and start booking with us. And that's all we've been working on the past 30 days.
And that's what's important, is the whole thing about the confidence, that people have to feel safe, that if they're going to an event, even if it's just 15 people, that they will feel safe. That's the big key to me.
That's number one. And you know, when I show you some of the stuff we've been doing, it's pretty cool stuff. Some of the concepts that we've come up with here. So if you want, whenever you guys are ready, I'll take you in the back and then we'll run through the kitchen, because it's a lot of stuff that has to do with the way we're packaging food. So even this simple things like shrimp cocktail and charcuterie platters and hummus and vegetable dips, we've been putting everything in really neat vessels that are compartmentalized, and there's no cross-contamination. There's no guest-on-guest contact. Everything is made with very a high level of biodegradable packaging, so that we don't have a problem throwing a lot of this stuff out as one-time use. It's zero footprint type material, things that are made from 100% recycled cardboard to fallen palm fronds to bamboo. All of our utensils are made out of wood right now. So it's really, you know, it's twofold. It's one, environmentally conscious, but two, making people feel comfortable, where they normally would have china and flatware and glassware. Now we're replacing that with fallen leaf palm frond, leafware plates, bamboo bowls, wooden utensils, cups that are made from glucose instead of plastic. You know, so it's for the bar side. So it's the one-time use thing I think is very important. People may not want to touch their lips to a glass that they don't know where that was.
Exactly.
And it may not be as elegant as the original wedding was planned to be. But we want to make sure that safety is a priority first, and the stuff that we're using is of the highest level on the disposable side.
And that's incredible too, that you're doing it where it's not all plastic, where it just
there's no plastic. So I'm going to show you everything we're using. It's pretty wild stuff. We've been working on this for a couple of months. I haven't really said anything about it because we were kind of seeing the way life and the world was going to turn. And the world turned in the direction that we were preparing for. So, we're actually sold out tomorrow for 4th of July. So we have 5 events going on tomorrow, one of which is a wedding in Lighthouse Point. But yeah, we're even though they're small events, we're somewhat back to our normal volume of quantity of events, which is
That's
good.
great. Before you go back there, Jason, I also want to bring up too, which some people may not be aware of, that you're also one-stop shopping. You'll do the floral arrangements, you'll do the printing, and also, to me, what about that is you'll do all of that with the same safety that you're doing the food. So I think that's important for your printing, everything. I think people should know that they can call you and that you'll do all that.
Yeah, we're a one-stop shop. So we've taken everything under one roof a couple of years ago, most everything. But you'll see some of the stuff in the back, from floral designs to centerpieces. We have a full in-house printing company. So we're doing everything from custom printing to embroidery. We've been doing a lot of custom embroidery on face masks for events, so we can embroider them for all the kids or the adults with their name and script. We have face masks that we do in full color screen printing. This is for Bacardi and Rums of Puerto Rico. So, a lot of times, even on a wedding, if they want to have masks with the wedding date and the bride and the groom's name on it, we embroider that. It's just an extra touch, so it's something that in a world 5 years ago no one would have ever thought of being acceptable these are the things that are socially acceptable right now, and it's that extra bells and whistles that we like to specialize in.
And that's awesome with the masks. I mean, I know it's a weird time that we're in, and some people don't like to wear masks, and we're not going to get into all that, but just that you can brand it and have something fun, make a little fun with it. If you have to wear one while you're out, that's fun to do that.
Right.
So why don't we take a walk back there, Jason?
Yeah, let me take you a walk back and show you what's going on. So I'm gonna spin this around.
This is the famous part. We love this part. Jason takes us around. For those of you who have never seen this before, Jason takes us back into the kitchen, and we get to see what's going on back there. Sexy chef, if he's in the house today, I don't know, but
yeah, he'll be in there.
He's we'll see what shoes he's wearing today.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm sure they're fabulous. So what we have here is these are actually gift baskets that we make for events, and this one right here is a 4th of July basket, which we have a client that's having a couple of, I think 8 couples over to their house tomorrow for a 4th of July barbecue. And every couple that shows up will get a basket like this. And this basket contains everything from napkins to flip-flops to their own plates, Cracker Jacks, their own utensils, their own straws. So what we're really doing is we're giving almost a starter kit when you get into an event, so that that everything is brand new and it's themed, and a lot of it you can take home. There's even some cookies in here that are 4th of July inspired, and it's a nice little touch that builds confidence, and it's a nice little, it's like a walk-in gift as soon as you get in. We have these here these are actually mimosa brunch kits. So we do in these boxes here that are covered. We put in a little cheese spread in there. We do some mixed berries in the little ones. You get 2 little glasses of 2 splits of champagne and a nice glass jar of fresh squeezed OJ, and then this whole thing gets wrapped. So if you're having people over for a Sunday brunch, every brunch gets their own little wrapped kit. They get to make their own mimosas. The champagne flutes, everything's included. And then we have ones for the kids, and the kids is really where we're running with it here. But this was for a tie-dye girl's birthday party. It's a whole kit. The kid gets the kit. And there's food and catering that goes along with this, but these are kind of safety measures that have been thought about, and they're nice little add-ons. But everything from blankets to beach towels to candy for the kids. There's some ones in the back you'll see that actually this is for a sleepover that somebody requested to have a bunch of girls sleep over for their daughter. Kid gets his own slippers, his own towel. He gets his own, stuff for the sleepover there. And this one was for a movie night. Kids came over for a movie night. They all get their own little popcorn kit with candy. So this stuff has kind of been another way to not only upsell, but a way to kind of tell clients that we're, interested in trying to get these events done and have their guests feel as comfortable as possible. This whole display is some of the stuff that we've been using, and you'll see it inside getting filled up. But these are balsa wood trays, so we can do stuff and food displays on there. These are all different types of plates that are made. These are made from fallen palm fronds. So this is just pressed leaves that were originally would have been thrown out. 0 footprint. These are boats made from shaved wood off of a tree that you can put food in. Again, one-time use. We now manufacture our own hand sanitizer that go in recycled bottles, so we can do a lot of branding for clients. So every client can give their guests their own personalized hand sanitizer. So, just a bunch of stuff like that.
I gotta tell you,
a lot of add-ons.
I gotta tell you, Debbie, as usual, Jason never ceases to amaze me with his forward thinking and what he does. I mean, really, it's amazing the work you do.
I'm gonna take you kill the radio. I'm gonna take you into the kitchen now.
Here's the fun part, folks. Get ready, strap on. Here we go.
All right, hold on a second. Let's figure out. I figured I'd do enough of these. I'd learn how to turn the TV around. All right, so in here we got it's Chef Woody.
Chef Woody.
Chef Kevin. We got Chef Yu down there. Oh yeah. Chef Victoria back from we don't know where she's been for the last 2 years, but she's back. And then we got Justin over here with the he wanted to know about the shoes. So today we're going with the 1984 Adidas.
Wow.
These are called the Box. These are the Box High special shoes right here. Now these were worn by Muhammad Ali against Joe Frazier. They're signed by Muhammad Ali. with the fanny pack. What do we got on the shirt?
Hey,
on
what's
today?
up, Rob? How you guys doing
What's
today?
up?
NSYNC.
NSYNC. Yes. Yes.
We got NSYNC today. It was NSYNC kind of day.
He didn't even know you were coming today, Rob. Nobody knew about this today.
Hey! I heard he had a little interview yesterday or the day before with my old TV station that I used to work for, Channel 5. They did a little interview with you
they're
guys.
nice people. They're nice people. They did a nice little segment. We gave them some good food. We gave them a little tour of the place. I think it's going to be aired on Monday or Tuesday of next week. So nice people over there at WPTV Channel 5. And I didn't know that you were in that field as well, too. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I did before I got into this real estate area. I worked for Channel 5 as a videographer for 8 years, or 7 years. Sorry.
I went to school. I went to school for TV and radio production. I did some on-air personality for radio, and I did some behind-the-scenes production for TV as well for WSBN Channel 7 down in Miami.
Yeah, down in Miami. Yep, nice. I've got a little connection there.
But I felt since I was too good-looking, I couldn't be stuck behind the TV thing. I had to be in front of
They wouldn't let him in the kitchen. They wouldn't let him with the shoes on. The non-skid. These are like Sugar Ray Leonard, non-skid.
Not your traditional chef outfit, but that's okay.
I was always told I had a face for radio, so that's why I stayed behind the camera.
You're great. Thank you so much for everything.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So Rob, these are some of the micro plates that we're doing. So what you have here is like a micro dip here with some hummus. Everything gets their own little lids. We also have like some micro shrimp cocktail with the shrimp cocktail sauce, the lemon in there. Again, everything gets a lid. So we're trying to really, we're trying to really seal a lot of the food in, and know that when people get their food, it's not been touched by anyone else, and it's getting served to them in a pretty safe mode. So that's what we're doing since the last. That's what's been going on at Potion since the last 2 or 3 weeks since we saw you. So we don't let any grass grow under our feet here.
We've noticed that. Quick question: when you do individual servings that you just showed us, so that you just will line them up on the table then in those individual servings in a box, so that every guest can go get their own serving like that?
We actually, or we'll tray pass them. So we're trying to eliminate the amount of guests that become guest-on-guest traffic. Okay. So there's not really much of a food line anymore. So we're trying to micro-portion everything out and then bring it to the guests one at a time.
That's great.
And the same with drinks. So, in the past where you've had a line at a bar, we'll create a batch of old fashions in mason jars or in cups that have lids on them, and we'll bring them to the customer. So there's not a congregation of people in front of a bar situation. So we're using staff in different ways, but instead of a staff standing behind a buffet line with a spoon, now they're bringing portions of food to you.
So Jason, I know the restaurant industry has been hit pretty good with the current situation we're in. Do you see this as I guess the future, where you're not going to have as many people maybe go out to eat, but they still like the food from that restaurant, so they'll get these to go or these micro or what do you think is going to happen with the restaurant industry itself, I guess?
Well, I think you're going to see a lot of the restaurants that have extremely high overhead not able to withstand the decrease in business, that they're not going to be able to service, whether it be due to 50% restrictions or just people not wanting to go out. They're running on such tight margins, it's going to be very hard for the larger private restaurants to survive. Even if they do delivery, it's just such a cost intensive industry that I don't have a lot of hope there. I do see a lot of the companies that are smaller, a lot of the smaller mom and pop stores, maybe in strip malls, ones that have done a ton of delivery in the past over dine-in seating. I don't think they're going anywhere. I think they're going to flourish. And I think you may see the birth of a whole industry of what I like to call ghost kitchens, where, people in the restaurant industry are setting up kitchens and restaurants just for third-party delivery companies. They may be in commercial spaces. They may be in spaces that are a lot less rent, but you're going to see the move to the construction of, let's just say, a taco place that you're familiar with on Atlantic Avenue that has crazy overhead. Well, you know what? Maybe that guy that owns that taco place opens up a ghost kitchen in a cheaper, smaller location that doesn't have the overhead, and then he's able to fulfill third-party delivery companies like Grubhub, Uber Eats, Delivery Dudes, Postmates. He's able to service those guys at an incredibly lower price point. The whole idea of restaurants doing delivery doesn't make any sense because the restaurant overhead is built on overhead of dine-in. And if you try to amateurize all that overhead and do it with your delivery business, that's why none of the restaurants are really making money doing delivery. It just doesn't make sense. You have to do delivery at a very low cost basis. You have no alcohol sale revenue. You have you're making money purely off of food at that point. So, I mean, I'm optimistic. I actually have a couple of ghost kitchen plans that I'm working on right now for the fall. So I see some potential in that, and I think that's really going to be the shift from an incredible amount of dine-in facilities to a more dine-out facility or delivery.
So
look at what Uber Eats is doing right now. Uber Eats is trying to buy every other delivery company they can. They tried to buy Grubhub. They're trying to buy Postmates or another one. So you see this in big business right now, and these guys know what they're doing. Even though Uber's not making any money, they know they think they know where the future is going to be. And if they're trying to consolidate third-party delivery companies right now, 90 days into a pandemic, they got to have a lot more technical analysts than I do on my side working at this.
Yeah.
And it's all about market share at that point. So if you have 4 companies trying to fight for the same taco order, that's gonna dwindle down. I can see less players in that sphere because third-party delivery is where it's at.
I've noticed.
Look at Chipotle. Chipotle stock's over $1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the hottest stocks going right now. Chipotle set up perfect for delivery.
I've noticed too a lot of the apps that I use, Delivery Dudes or DoorDash or any of those, and more restaurants keep getting added to it. So there's more restaurants using those third-party services for that. So how can people check out what you got going on? What's the website for them to go to, Jason?
So they can go to potionsinmotion.com or they can go to gotcocktails.com. That'll get them to our new site. The new site is basically a evolution of our 16 years in business as a caterer, showing everything we've done, showing our new mission statements for where we want to move to in the future, showing how we've evolved. And just to let people know that as a catering company, we're not going anywhere. We are doing some consolidation here to keep our overhead in a spot where we know we're still going to remain in business. And, we just want to let people know that safety and not only for our staff safety, but the guest safety is at our highest priority.
And there's a picture of one of your staff members with the mask on. For those that are just joining us, if you've never watched an interview with Jason, he's the owner of Potions in Motion. He's done a lot over these past, March, April, May, June, July. What's that? 4 months, 5? He's done a whole bunch of stuff to keep, moving forward and employing his staff, and the dinners in a box and the Father's Day in a box and all those different things that you did. You're always one step ahead. I mean, it always amazed me, and I truly mean it when I said to Debbie earlier, we see you go back there and you have these what was it, palm frond cups?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, plates,
and then just the different baskets. I saw the one you showed for the sleepover. The girls had a sleepover, and then for 4th of July. I mean, Jason, I gotta hand it to you, man. It's good stuff that you're doing there, and you got a wonderful staff, sexy chef, and all the other people in the background that we see every time Jason takes us back there. Those are the people that make this, and those are people that live in our local community. They support us. We need to support them. So, folks, if you're thinking about having a little gathering, maybe you have maybe you have a wedding planned and you do have it on a smaller scale now, or I don't know, just a get together with a few friends. Don't forget Jason. Don't forget Potions in Motion. Check out his website, www.potionsinmotion.com. How can they call you too, Jason? Is there a number that they can call?
877 Party Night.
Easy. 877 PARTYNIGHT, right? Is it spelled out night? Or...
Doesn't get easier than that.
It's just, again, like I said, I just repeat it again, but the work you got done there, Jason, is incredible. And let me just go through some of this stuff really quick before we let go here. What do I got behind me here? What's this picture
So
Carrie sent me?
those are mason jar hummus. That's a deconstructed salad right there. So you have a lot of fresh vegetables. You have different skewered vegetables, and then we take mason jars, one-time use. Every client gets their own. Everything is packaged in a nice jar. They can get to eat it at their own pace. You're going to see a lot of what we're doing is really breaking down portions per person, and it takes a lot more time to do that. But on the other hand, when we do presentations, as you can see in the back, I mean, the presentation speaks for itself. People love getting their own stuff. I mean, maybe it creates a little more waste, but at the end of the day, this is what warrants the way that we feel catering is going to be moving to. So it's a lot of portioning.
But even with more waste, the waste that you're talking about is decomposable waste and reusable. It's not plasticware and it's not styrofoam. So this is
Right.
stuff that will break down.
Yep, and that's why we did that. If we're coming out of the gates with a disposable model, at least the disposable model has to be the best disposables in the market, which are used and reclaimed. Whether it's from shavings off a tree, whether it's carved wood, whether it's fallen palm fronds that are molded into plates and bowls. My feeling was that if I'm gonna tout a disposable vertical here, it's got to be the best disposables you can get for the future.
And then I'll just go through a few more pictures that Carrie sent me. There's some steaks there. Oh, look at those. Those look amazing.
Right. And those are individually wrapped from Halpern's tomahawks. So if we went to do a barbecue for, let's say, 6 people, 8 people, everybody's steak is sealed separately. They go on the grill separately. They get made in front of you separately. So even the steaks like that, we seal them from the kitchen, or Halpern seals them right from their facility. So that there's not a lot of hands that touch that piece of steak before it hits the grill. We're going to open that steak in your backyard, and we're going to cut it open from the Halpern's wrapping, and we're going to stick it on your grill. Or we're going to stick it on a grill that we have that's obviously, going to be a safe grill. But, that's another level too. Everything is coming self-sealed.
And then we have little party tray.
Yeah, that's an older stock shot. So that's the way we used to pass food.
And let's see, we got that just looks like a setup there. I'm sure from the
these are some old setups from parties we did. Carrie just sent some pictures.
But that's the key right there. That's the safety precautions, Jason, and
right.
motions in motion.
And if you look in the back on the table, that's a table set for 6. Each table has a compartmental 3-section tray, which I think was a shrimp cocktail. It has a bunch of different carafes and drinks in front of each guest that's in their own carafe. So everybody's got like their own setup. And that's, if you're doing a wedding for 300 people, that becomes intense. But when you're working with head counts of 12 to 24 people, it's very easy to do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, Debbie, this guy always amazes me day in and day out. Jason, I wish you the best of luck. Like I always say, you're a good guy, a great business model, a good guy to work for. I mean, if I was in the restaurant industry, I'd love to work for you because you have that personality.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, the hours are long, so you have to make it fun.
Yeah. Everybody has a good time. Most everybody comes to work and enjoys what they do, and we pay everybody well and take care of people when they need stuff. So it's like a family. You see the same people every week. So I've been doing this for 4 months through a pandemic, and you're seeing the only thing you're seeing is we're adding in more people. So,
does Sexy Chef get sexier every time you see him, or is it just you've had enough of him already?
Every single day.
Every single
shoes. It's a new fanny pack. It's a new shirt from the 80s. He's sitting there in the morning cutting the collars out of his shirts, putting bands on his arms like the Ultimate Warrior. He's got different hats. It's the whole. I need to get the next time that we move, I got to get him a dressing room because he really needs like a dressing room here that he can get prepared in with have all the shoes laid out and all the fanny packs up on the wall. We'll set him up with a nice little dressing room for the next one.
We gotta get you somehow in touch with Netflix or some reality show. I'm telling you, it is a reality show.
This is all day, all day.
I know, but this is a reality show right here. I mean, we see it on this, our little Zoom thing we're doing. I can't imagine at a full scale level. It would be fantastic. Oh, it'd be fantastic.
NC-17.
But one more time, so it's Jason from Potions in Motion. It's www.potionsinmotion.com or 877-PARTY-NIGHT, and that's how you can find out what Jason's got going on. He always updates that website. It's fresh, it's new, it's got all the up-to-date stuff going on. And then Debbie, I can't forget about Debbie next to me there. Debbie's number is there, 561-316-8355. So Debbie would love to find you a home here in Paradise if you are
Absolutely.
coming from up north, or maybe you're just in the area. So again,
Home sales are hot. Home sales are hot down
home
here.
sales are hot. They are, and the weather is very hot too. The weather. So hey, Jason, thanks again as always. We'll bring you
Thanks,
on maybe in
guys.
another week
Great
or
to
so.
see
See
you,
what we got
Jason.
going on.
You got
So,
it. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye.